I guess those bikini pics and half-naked videos that Angel Reese puts on social media, I guess that's not translating on television into ratings.
Reese's trademark stubbornness and resistance to change showed from her very first game, leading head coach Nola Henry to bench her. But what exactly caused that decision?
Of a league is an unrivaled success, when the reality is, it's an unrivaled, huge embarrassing failure.
Reese's first game took an unexpected twist when head coach Nola Henry pulled her from the court after she showed her signature stubbornness and refusal to adapt. But which moments ultimately sealed her fate on the bench?
So Angel Reese was 3 of 7 from the field.
Reese's debut quickly fell apart as her questionable choices and difficulty keeping up with the fast-paced game led head coach Nola Henry to bench her. But which mistake turned out to be the final straw?
% mark, 5 turnovers, 14 rebounds, 10 points, and a big fat juicy L. 79-73, her team lost.
Reese's performance took a concerning turn when she seemed to be intentionally sabotaging her own team, prompting head coach Nola Henry to bench her. But what triggered this unexpected behavior?
What the hell that is. By the way, in case you're wondering, yes, Angel Reese is getting absolutely roasted. Her fans, though, her fans are out in droves. Seriously. They are celebrating this very mid that she actually made last night. They're trying to claim that this proves she's been in the gym. And congratulations, she hit it.
Angel's long-awaited return to the Premier Basketball League came with high expectations that she'd become the next big star. Instead, she left in disgrace, her reputation in ruins. What derailed her comeback?
I thought Angel Reese was a mainstream celebrity. I mean, that's what the media keeps telling me, so how come Angel Reese consistently fails to draw?
The disastrous collapse revealed Reese for what she truly was, all hype with little substance. How did this realization impact her place on the team?
Reese is not the mainstream draw that she thinks she is.
When it came to delivering a true MIC drop moment, no one topped head coach Nola Henry. In a stunning move, she benched Angel Reese in the fourth quarter. Yes, right when the team needed her most. The league's so-called future star was left sitting on the bench. Talk about humiliation. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel for more awesome content. Thanks.
Rose, BC head coach, Nola Henry. I know she's a very smart lady. She knows what she's doing. I think, there are some things she needs to.
Steven's stat line was practically a punchline, 8 rebounds and 6 points. You know you've hit rock bottom when you get benched for numbers like that. But the blame doesn't fall solely on Nola Henry. Reese gave her every reason to pull the plug. In a last-ditch effort to pad her stats, Reese scraped together 10 points. But context matters. Her 14 rebounds and 4 assists were empty calories, the basketball equivalent of chips when the team needed a full, balanced meal. When it came to delivering in high-pressure moments, Reese simply fell short.
She's absolutely delivering on that double-double. That's right. Points, rebounds, and of course...
While Reese was struggling with the basics, Howard was playing on another level, like chess against checkers. Dropping 33 points with 50% shooting from deep, Howard delivered clutch play after clutch play, showing exactly what a true star looks like. Meanwhile, Reese couldn't even execute the fundamentals, missing layups, playing sloppy defense, and topping it off with an embarrassing fall during a block attempt. Whether it was an actual fall or not is debatable, but it didn't matter. She was out of position, out of her depth, and that single moment summed up her entire night, a blend of failure and desperation.
Finished with a Rose's team-high 14 rebounds, 5 turnovers, 4 fouls, shot just 3 of 7 from the field, 42%, got benched for most of the fourth.
And Reese's defense? Practically as useful as a screen door on a submarine. She couldn't guard a park bench, let alone keep pace with Howard, who blew past her at every chance. Howard didn't just dominate Reese, he made her look like a junior varsity player accidentally thrown onto a varsity court. Watching Howard's success must have felt like staring into a void for Reese, a harsh reality check she couldn't ignore.
Someone said she's a below average passer. She's a terrible passer. But she's trying. You can see, her vision's there, and you can see what passes she's trying to make.
Let's be honest, Angel Reese isn't ready for this league. She came in riding the wave of her college success, expecting to dominate. but the Premier Basketball League has no interest in her overhyped antics. Here, players like Howard don't just participate, they lead. If Reese doesn't turn things around fast, the bench she warmed in the fourth quarter could easily become her permanent spot. She's not simply fighting to maintain her form. Her debut wasn't a stumble, it was a full-on nosedive.
One of the few, maybe the only one I could tell that looks this way on the court. Just like out of place playing a game they've been playing.
Let's face it, Angel Reese entered the league riding high on her college success, expecting to dominate, but reality hit hard. She found herself in the middle of a basketball disaster, with head coach Nola Henry's controversial choices only adding fuel to the fire. Critics slammed Henry for benching her supposed top player during the game's most critical moments, but can she really be blamed? The league's so-called future star was about as effective as a screen door on a submarine. Reese is stuck in the past, leaning on outdated post moves and brute physicality like it's still the 1990s. It's like handing someone a smartphone and watching them try to use it as a pager. Henry's system is fast-paced, high-energy, and built on agility and quick thinking, qualities Reese clearly struggled to display. Benching her wasn't a blunder, it was a last-ditch attempt to save the game. Reese, meanwhile, was out of sync and out of her depth. And yes, she was pulled in the fourth quarter, yanked straight out of the action. To make matters worse, her team's offense was a total mess, coughing up more than 15 turnovers. It looked like the team was playing a chaotic game of hot potato. Henry deserves some blame for offensive schemes that felt hastily slapped together, but Reese isn't off the hook. For someone hyped as a potential MVP, she looked like she'd never set foot on a basketball court, out of rhythm with her teammates and clearly out of place. Henry's decision to bench her wasn't random. It was a flashing neon sign that read, "You're not cutting it." Sure, Reese can rack up rebounds, but when it comes to making a real impact, she's about as effective as a chocolate teapot. Meanwhile, AJA Wilson of the Indiana Fever didn't have a flawless game, but at least she wasn't constantly playing catch-up. Reese, on the other hand, spent the night posting on social media and bragging about her performance, only for it to spectacularly backfire. After the game, Angel Reese posted an emotional message on X, professing love for her former coach, Teresa Weatherspoon, and claiming she didn't deserve what happened to her. But let's be real, professional basketball doesn't care about sentimental posts. While Reese was busy writing public love letters, Weatherspoon's final BC squad was picking her apart, exploiting every mistake she made. It's almost poetic that the very coach Reese once admired, Weatherspoon, was the one orchestrating her downfall. So, what's next for Reese? She got so caught up in her emotions that she lost focus on the game, while Ryan Howard and Vinyl BC delivered a brutal reality check. Watching her struggle was like watching a baby giraffe try to walk, awkward, unsteady, and completely out of place. On paper, her 10 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 assists might look impressive, but the stat sheet doesn't reveal her true impact, or lack thereof. In the end, she was benched instead of stepping up, and that's all anyone will remember from her debut. This was supposed to be her breakout moment, her chance to prove she could dominate the league. Instead, it became a public humiliation. Rose BC had promoted her as the team's centerpiece, but if this is all she's bringing to the table, Coach Henry might need to start scouting for a replacement. This wasn't just a bad game, it was a wake-up call. While Ryan Howard cements her superstar status, Reese is struggling just to stay relevant. The gap between them isn't merely wide, it's a chasm. If Reese can't rise to the occasion soon, she risks fading completely into obscurity. This was more than a loss, it was a humiliating reality check, the perfect example of what happens when hype collides with reality. And let's not forget, Caitlin Clark made the smart move by staying far away from this mess, turning down TNT's $1 million offer for just 2 months of play. As for Reese, she's a long way from the player fans expected. If she doesn't figure things out fast, her problem won't just be another benching. It will be disappearing from the conversation entirely.